It's been more than 12 years since Roy Jones was the last man to beat Bernard Hopkins in a prize fight. Michael Buffer will end the suspense for us now.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the MGM Grand, we go to the scorecards. We have a split decision. Jerry Roth scores the bout 116 to 112 for Hopkins. Dwayne Ford 115-113 for Taylor. Paul Smith 115-113 to the winner by split decision. And new undisputed middleweight champion of the world, the pride of Little Rock, Arkansas, Jermain Bad Intentions Taylor.
He pulled it off. He pulled it off, and the long reign of Bernard Hopkins is over. You got a brand new star in boxing, the king of the middleweight division. His name is Jermain Taylor. Harold Letterman's final score was also 115-113 for Taylor. And Roy Jones, I wonder if Hopkins will regret having started so late.
Well, after he looks at the fight, he probably will. But right now, I'm sure he still thinks they started on time, and I don't know.
Final total punches in the fight. Hopkins winds up landing more by 10 and landing at a higher connect percentage. Taylor threw more and therefore was seen as the aggressor, particularly in the early part of the fight. Jabs. Taylor never really got the jab going the way he had hoped and expected to, but he threw many more than Hopkins. Hopkins didn't really use the jab much until late when he was attacking rather than retreating. And power punches. Hopkins winds up with a significant edge, landing 78 out of 217, but he bunched them mostly into the last 4 rounds of the fight. Larry Merchant stands by with the winner and new middleweight champion, Jermain Taylor.
All right, thank you very much, guys. Congratulations. You built an early lead.
Yes, sir.
Were you surprised how easy it was at that stage of the fight?
Larry, I knew he was going to come out to a slow start, so I was going to try to start a fast pace. I think I burnt a little bit too much energy in those first couple of rounds, and I got a little winded on the end stretch. But I'm looking forward to a rematch. But no, Hopkins is an excellent champion, man. I love him. I thank him so much for this opportunity, and I just thank HBO.
When he started to come on in the latter stages of the fight and hitting you with some clean punches, did he ever hurt you?
No, sir, he never hurt me. I was always, he got some good shots in, but he never hurt me. He's a great fighter. I got a little winded in later rounds, like I said, but in the rematch, I promise I'm gonna train hard.
Were you tired from anxiety? Because he wasn't hitting you any punches in the first 8 or 9 rounds.
I mean, I was wasting a lot of energy just chasing him around. I should have been cutting off the ring.
So you felt that, I mean, did you know that he was playing this game, that he was going to come on late in the fight?
I did know that. I did know it, but I wasn't expecting him just to save his energy. But in the rematch, I promise I'm going to train hard. And all my fans, I love you. Thank you. Thank you, HBO. I'm the new world champion, Jermain Taylor. Thank you so much.
You are the new world champion. Thank you so much. And let's now talk to Lou DiBella, since you've been such a large subplot in this melodrama. Lou, what are your thoughts right now?
You know, it's all his night, man. I mean, it's been 5 years of incredibly hard work, and this young man's a great champion, and you haven't even seen him scratch the surface of how great he's going to be. And with respect to me and Bernard, man, it's, you know, I feel like a chapter in my life is over, and I can get past it, and it's a great feeling of release. And I thank that young man over there.
Thank you so much, Lou. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much. First of all, let's give tremendous credit where credit is due to Bernard Hopkins, Roy, because at age 40, in the position he was in, Jermain Taylor didn't have a big enough public following to force this fight. Bernard Hopkins gave a gift to boxing fans by choosing at this stage of his career to fight a younger, faster kid. A lot of guys would never have done what Bernard did.
Most fighters wouldn't do that, and a lot of fighters out there right now that still won't do such a thing. So you definitely have to take your head off to him. He's had a wonderful, tremendous career. Could have started a little late tonight, but to me it still was a close fight and it's worthy of a rematch.
Well, and they talk about a rematch. Bernard's 40. He's headed out the door. Should he fight the guy in a rematch?
Why not?
Okay, I agree with you. Once again, thank you, Bernard, for giving boxing fans a gift. Let's go back to Larry Merchant with the former champion in the ring.
All right, thank you again, Jim. Bernard, did you wait too long to go on the attack?
No, absolutely not. What I did was bait him in, wanted to play the strategy that they thought I was going to back slow and let him jump on me so I can counter him like I did, and buzzed him coming in a couple of times because I seen it was easy to hit him when he was being a bull, forceful. And you hear the crowd. The crowd speaks for itself. I think the fights will be showed again, and fans at home is probably disappointed. But I think from the 5th or 6th round on, Larry, I think I just dominated the fight. Had him hurt twice, and you know.
It seemed to me that...
Only thing I didn't do is knock him out, and maybe that's, you know, I'm Bernard Hopkins. You know, when a guy stand up and get beat up, he sort of get the...
Bernard, usually the veteran champion gets the benefit of the doubt in a close fight
by being
like
40?
this. Yeah. Why do you think you didn't?
Well, I think you got to ask the judges that, because I believe that I should have got a unanimous decision. I had him on Quid Street, badly hurt, twice, cut.
Yeah, but Bernard,
I think they won the fight. I mean,
you know, this is the Marcus of Queensberry rules, and if you lose 8 out of the first 9 rounds, I'm not saying you did, and you hurt the guy in the last 3, but you don't knock him down and knock him out, you lose.
Well, not really, Larry. You can't knock everybody out. It's who hit the most and who do the most damage. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I know the cameras is on me, and I'm not bleeding.
Were you surprised that
I think I did well.
Were you surprised that the kid showed poise, that he didn't make as many mistakes as maybe you were anticipating?
Oh, he did. Oh, Larry, he made, I mean, maybe you got to, you know, when y'all come on next week or whatever, you'll see. I mean, he made a lot of mistakes. He left his hands down. He threw big punches wide and stand straight up, admiring his work when he didn't hit me, and I countered him. I mean, I was a good counter puncher here with maybe 2 or 3 combinations in between.
You've been around.
But he didn't surprise me at all. He was strong, but not strong enough. Larry, I think I backed him up more than he backed me up with force.
Tell me why. You've been around the block a few times. 2 of the judges thought he won the fight.
Well, you got to look at this. Judges are people that look at the fights, and sometimes they see different, as you mentioned many times, and I see different. But the fans in the world have a TV and have video cameras where the judge is not always right. We've seen that many times, unfortunately, in our sport. And I think I've done well to get not only a split decision, but a unanimous decision.
And so we can assume that you will take the rematch.
Well, of course, if I believe that, I believe I won the fight. I believe the fans believe I won the fight. And Jermain Taylor doesn't show emotions that he won the fight. So, I mean, it's clear that a rematch should be, but I don't have to ask for one. It's been negotiated. And, you know, next time you have to knock guys out. But, you know, I'm Bernard Hopkins. I'm a big boy. I know I won. I can go home with that. It wasn't a situation like when I fought Roy Jones over 11 years ago where I knew I lost, and I dealt with it that way. This is a situation where I won, and they gave it to the other guy.
Thank you very much, Bernard.
You're welcome. Germantown, North Philly,
Jim,
in the house.